You know, Bronagh is Irish for sad. Definitely lived up to that name. I was an only child, or am. I'm not dead. Just needed a change, I think. Found a quiet village no one looks for. All sounds very romantic, I know. Except everyone here is a robot and I can see the prison from my kitchen window.
It's a very silent but deadly piece. I loved this. It was very quiet and creeping, and the muted color scheme was great to lull us into that depression and the weight of the main character's grief. And it very much captured that weight throughout. I thought it was just initially going to be some sort of sweet therapeutic piece on a character uncovering the root of her pain. But ultimately, that unexpected twist right at the end was the perfect level of surprise. It wasn't overplayed, it was subtle, and the character was a very convincing actor.
The scenes where she was walking, almost bouncing through the neighborhood, were well captured. So was her sadness overall. Costumes and settings were all very dignified.
It definitely does a great job at towing the line between a writer's sort of self-indulgent therapy for the sake of it and actually telling us a compelling story about this one woman's grief. There's some nice moments in there. The nod to the Simpsons episode I thought was great. And also how she compares and how we see the parallels to other people's grief, and really gives you this sense that you're not alone, despite a lot of the film trying to make her feel alone and seem alone, even just the way it's framed, a lot of the shots, which were all really beautifully composed.
Yeah, I thought this was a super strong, very submersive film. I really loved how the director handled, perspective, just like the choices of every single shot is basically, like almost every single shot is of the protagonist.
I loved in the very beginning how the focus was like fuzzy for everything in the background, and it was just like clear for her as she was walking all the way through up into the therapist's office. I thought that was really well done, and it kind of along with what she was saying, which I also thought was like the tone and the voiceover was all done really well. But I thought that having everything just slightly out of focus except for her really lent well to kind of an insight as to her like mental state and where she was at, because it was very much like she wasn't really focusing on anything except like her routine, which is what she was saying. I really liked how the story kind of was woven and fully came together, especially at the very end.
First off, it was beautifully shot, and the subtle background sounds were fantastic. Sound mixing did an incredible job on this, with the music accents that helped carry the film from the subtle piano notes to full-fledged melodies. Thought it had a great pace. Really think that the filmmaker took time to add breath to the moments and really add focus to the piece. I thought the performances were really nice. I enjoyed the lighting differential between the two main characters.
It has great voiceover narration by the lead character, and therapy scenes can often be touch and go, I believe, in cinema. This one works quite well, especially because it's accompanied by supplemental visuals that go along with the discussion that's being had between the therapist and the patient. And I think that some of the therapist dialogue is quite strong and noteworthy in this piece, especially the ice cream story. I really felt that was a reflection of the kind of advice you would hear in therapy. And again, therapy dialogue is sometimes not the most realistically portrayed in film and television, but this was quite convincing, especially considering it is a short.
This one was extremely interesting, and the voiceover in the beginning immediately draws you in. It makes you curious about the main character and makes you want to learn so much more about her. Being able to go through this experience and journey with her really makes the story even that more engaging. We wonder who she's talking about and what she's been through. The dialogue is extremely strong and keeps us engaged the entire time. Additionally, the slow talking helps enhance the character and the story in general, and truly makes for a strong and compelling story.